And now to the arts. Whispers of the Weave is an art exhibition by Zoza Icha in Abuja. The industrial design graduates of the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria shows her passion for the arts as she's able to string a series of events together for this solo exhibition. On Art Review tonight, we'll take a look at these works of art by Zoza Icha.
When you get tired of hearing your own name, then we'll change our story. Gouda, the ultimate.
The setting created a cozy atmosphere for the viewers to relax and enjoy good art. The lighting effects on the mini stage added color to the performance. There was music by different young artists. Poetry that hit on the need for everyone to be responsible.
You've got to uncreate the world, my friends. We've got to uncreate the world. We've got to uncreate the world, my friends. We've got to uncreate the world. Do you like what you see? Do you like what we be? Perfect we be until we try to be that which cannot be.
Then, traditional drum beats by this group re-emphasize that all this talent is proudly Nigerian. But that is not the main reason for this audience gathering here. It's to see a young artist's vision come together in an exhibition titled Whispers of the Weave, which is one of her babies under a bigger concept called Asabara. Before they step in to see what she's got under her sleeves, she gives a towering speech that creates a window into what this show is all about.
Art is a very, very important part of who we are as a nation. Our art is our face, our art is our sound, our art is our language. Our art is what identifies us to the rest of the world. And looking back on a couple of years that have rolled by, I am convinced more now than ever that Nigerian art and Nigerian artists are not thriving. And so I have three options, like everybody else. I could be upset about it, I could complain about it, or I can do something about it.
The speech session is over, and it's time to see what Zoza Icha has put together. Pieces of shells, cowries, buttons, beads, and textile materials have become pawns on her chessboard, which she plays with skillfully, like a woman beyond her years, and for a good cause too.
The Whispers of the Weave exhibition is the first Asabara effort, and it is from the Free the Artists initiative, where we sell artworks to be able to raise money to do different charitable causes.
She has also brought some pottery, sculpture, and painting to add some variety to this show, to the delight of the audience, who see that through it all, she is true to her cause and roots.
The ideas that she has behind each piece, obviously they have been very well thought out, and she has stuck to the theme. She has been committed to the idea that she had for each piece that she has created, and she has seen each piece through.
It's unique because it uses everyday things, all our fabric. Almost all the paintings have either fabric or buttons, wood, natural everyday things. So you put them together to make a statement that is truly Nigerian, truly African. So that's the distinguishing factor of this exhibition.
Zoza Icha has set really high standards for herself by coming out with this show at such a point in her artistic career, but sustaining it is the real deal, especially now that she has gotten the attention of the art community. They will be expecting her to up the ante the next time she comes calling.
When you get tired of hearing your own name, then we'll change our story. Gouda, the ultimate.
Efforts at poverty reduction in Ogun State received a major boost from the wife of the governor, who donated various tools to beneficiaries under an empowerment program. Mrs. Olufunsamosun gave out sewing machines, fumigation machines, food, and cash to members of the mission to rebuild Ogun State. The event, which held in Abeokuta, the state capital, attracted beneficiaries from the 20 local government areas. The First Lady said the gesture was aimed at giving them a new lease of life and urged recipients to continue to support the state government's bid to ensure socio-economic development. She also challenged the beneficiaries to make effective use of the empowerment tools. We turn our attention to sports news now. The World Football's governing body, FIFA, have chosen Sunday Mba's winning goal in the final of the AFCON 2013 as one of the 13 defining moments of the year. The World Football governing body on their website rated the goal as one of the most unforgettable and memorable moments of 2013. It was a goal worthy of winning any match. Mba's precise volley after flicking the ball over his opponent's head proved sufficient to secure Nigeria their third Nations Cup crown. And the Super Eagles continued their build-up to the 2014 African Nations Championships in South Africa with a friendly match against the amateur Division 1 league side Gokana United. The match, which ended in a 1-1 draw, was watched by over 10,000 fans at the newly built Gokana Central Stadium on the outskirts of Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Some of the dignitaries that watched the game include River State Governor Rotimi Amechi, former Green Eagles skipper Segun Adegbami, and former Super Eagles skipper Osine Guavon. The Eagles struggled on the bumpy turf before Barnuma Semenja found the net in the 15th minute, while Gokana United leveled up 3 minutes later. On the foreign scene, in the Middle East, the Cold War between Israel and Lebanon continues. Israel has shelled Lebanon after 2 rockets landed in the northern part of the country. Israel's army said its tanks fired artillery shells into southern Lebanon, targeting the area from where the rockets were fired. The rockets landed in a field west of Kairat Mona, causing no casualties or damage. Border tensions increased 2 weeks ago when Israel shot 2 Lebanese troops after an Israeli soldier was killed. There's been sporadic cross-border violence since 2006 when Israel and Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah fought a month-long war. In Syria does not appear to have been involved in the death of the Israeli soldier on December the 16th. What began as a power tussle between Mr. Machar and President Salva Kiir has taken on overtones of a tribal conflict. The UN has expressed concern about thousands of South Sudanese youth loyal to rebel leader Riek Machar marching on the strategic town of Bur. The UN is organizing surveillance flights to find out the group's size and to try to ease tension. At least 1,000 people have died in the month's fighting, while over 100,000 people have fled their homes and have sought refuge in UN camps. Reinforcements have been arriving to give them extra protection. The government has offered a ceasefire, but the army says its forces are still battling over oil fields in the north. And the main news again. The President, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, today raised hope for a better Nigeria, making an assurance that his government will leave the Nigeria that the youth will be proud of. The People's Democratic Party leadership has made a U-turn, backing Mr. Tony Nwoye in challenging the Anambra State governorship result. That's it on the news at 10. Thank you so much for watching. I am Olumide Macaulay. You have a good night.